and welcome back to Let's Play Lamplight City, the fun, steampunk-ish, detective, retro-style, case-solving, murder mystery kind of game. My name is Darwin, and I play video games. It's a pleasure to be back here playing this for you all. I hope you have been enjoying the series. We are on the last case here. I know we're going to get a conclusion sometime in maybe this episode, maybe the next episode. So it is winding down, but this has been an extraordinary game. Like, kudos to Grundislav. Like, this has been one of my favorite adventure games that I've played in a very, very long time. And trust me, I have been playing them since the 80s, friends. Yes, I grew up on all this kind of stuff. So adventure games is totally where it's at. Get this one. Absolutely worth it. So where we left off, we had just gotten information and arrested one of the Redites that blew up the foundry at Thorbum Ironworks. Thorbum. It's like I have a lisp. Thorbum. I've got a never mind. That was a bad joke. Just ignore me. Darwin, you're crazy. Oh, my only complaint about this game is going from scene to scene. The background noise, even if I have it set down low like I do, it comes back with a vengeance. I've tried adjusting it in the main screen, hoping that would help all the back screens, but no. There's something here that just boom. So maybe I'll shoot Grundislav an email or something like that and just let them know. Maybe they can fix it in a patch.
Mr. Mims, a word if you wouldn't mind?
Yes, what is it?
Maybe he'll talk to us now.
I found the person responsible for sabotaging your iron mill.
Oh yeah?
His name is Peyton Ferguson. He's currently at the Bow Street Jail.
Hey, not bad. I owe you one, detective.
He certainly does.
I'm finding very often that Bill says exactly what I'm thinking. It's kind of creepy. Maybe I'm Bill.
What can you tell me about Hannibal Kirkland?
Good worker. Mostly kept to himself. Real shame what happened to him.
Do you know if anyone here disliked Kirkland?
Enough to want him dead? Nah. There's the occasional scrap, but everyone around here gets along for the most part. Like I said, he mostly kept to himself. Head down, didn't bother nobody.
Do you know what he did outside of work?
No idea. I only ever saw him here.
You said Kirkland was a good worker?
One of my best. I knew something was up when he didn't show up for a couple of days. Don't think he'd ever missed work before.
Did he have any personal effects he kept here, or an area where he worked?
He had a cabinet downstairs in the workers' changing area, just like everyone else. You can go take a look if you want, but I don't think the police found anything. Kirkland's cabinet is the third one from the left.
Yeah, the police are pretty much useless around here.
How long have you been the foreman here?
Sometimes I think it's been too long. Things were so much easier before we got these machines. They keep saying they're supposed to improve our lives, but they've been nothing but trouble. I've already had 5 of my best men get mangled by some of them. And then there's these damn fools blowing things up. My hair wasn't this gray 5 years ago, you know. I swear, one of these days, I'm just going...
I'll be going now.
Be careful on your way out.
Sorry. Hit my mouse button. Didn't mean to cut that off for you guys. I don't think it was a clear.
At least having a heater down here manages to keep things warm. I remember the changing rooms at the police station were always ice cold. Just another unmarked storage cabinet.
Gents, please stop shaving the showers. The cleaning lady almost tore my head off. She says the drains can't take all the hair. Ha ha ha!
Sounds like there's someone in there. If you weren't so bashful, I'd suggest joining in. You could certainly use it.
You don't swing that way. One, 2, 3. Nope. Okay,
Mr. Mims, a word if you wouldn't mind?
Yes, what is it?
Would you happen to know the combination to Hannibal Kirkland's cabinet?
No. Every worker sets their own combination, and I don't ask for it.
What happens if they were to forget it?
Well, have them come up with some sort of personal reminder. Keep those in a file.
And do you still have Kirkland's?
I'll give it to you as soon as we're done talking.
I'll be going now.
Be careful on your way out. There you go. You're lucky I only clean out my files at the end of the year.
See, I always told you I wasn't disorganized. Just preparing for the future.
The shipwreck, the red and white, and the sign. Shipwreck, the red and white, and the sun. Okay, the shipwreck, sign. That's the red and white. Ah! Alright. The shipwreck is 2, 1, 9. 219. That's gotta be it. Let's try it. Background sound. Sorry again. There we go. 2. Oops. 1. 9. Boom! We got it.
Empty. That's disappointing.
Not completely empty. There's something at the bottom here.
The Gilded Lily. Oh, lilies. That keeps coming up. 12 refined ladies in waiting, all sizes, petite, skinny, buxom. Special. Present this handbill in 50 shillings for the nominal normal 1 crown treat. 458 Petticoat Lane, Cholmondeley. Welcome.
It seems our friend Hannibal had a few extracurricular activities after all.
Gilded lily, huh? That's a bit suspicious.
Who knew such a pretty flower could cause such an inconvenience? The answer to that question is me, in case you were wondering. Flowers bring nothing but trouble. Trouble and snot.
That's enough, Phil. We need to get a move on.
The Gilded Lily we go. Gilded Lily.
Well, hello there, handsome. Welcome to the Gilded Lily. Come over here and tell me what kind of pleasure it is you're looking for.
I'm afraid I'm here for business, not pleasure.
Oh, well, that's just a shame, isn't it?
I'm Miles Fordham, private investigator. And you are?
You can call me Serafina. I'm in charge of this establishment.
You won't mind if I take a look around or ask you some questions?
As long as you keep to the front room, you can do whatever you like. Beyond that, you're gonna have to pay.
Maybe it's best if you leave this part out when you tell Adelaide about the case later. Oh, my virgin eyes. What a charming statue. Wouldn't she get cold fetching water in that state of undress? You certainly won't find art like that at the National Gallery. Looks nervous. Wonder if this is his first time. I'm not too familiar with places like this, but I believe that's where the fun happens, if you've got the crowns for it. I think that room is reserved for paying customers. We won't be able to get back there without a good reason.
May I ask you a few questions, Serafina?
Of course you may, but I can't guarantee the answers will be free.
Do you know anything about the Justice Killer?
I'm afraid not, dear. I don't normally associate with killers.
Are you sure you don't know anything? He's the reason I'm here.
Well, I can assure you I know nothing about your murderer. If the trail has led you here, it's surely just coincidence.
She seems awfully certain of that. It's a good thing we don't believe in coincidences.
Did you have a man named Hannibal Kirkland as a client?
I make it my practice not to learn the names of any customers here, Mr. Fordham. I hate to disappoint anyone who comes through those doors, but discretion is paramount in this business.
Well, at least you know you can trust these women with your secrets.
Do you by chance have a girl named Ruby in your service?
Ruby? Yes, she's one of our newest girls. She's not in any sort of trouble, is she?
Not at all. I merely wanted to speak with her.
Well, she should be in the dressing room. If you go through the rear door and follow the hallway down, it's the last door on the left.
I see. Thank you. Did you know Percival McDonough?
The politician? I knew who he was, but never met him personally.
He was seeing Ruby, wasn't he?
Not regularly, no. In fact, his first and only visit with her was yesterday.
Were you aware that he was murdered shortly after that?
I had no idea. How terrible.
Yes, it is terrible. This means she's lost a potential repeat customer.
This is a lovely establishment you have, and such a nice name, too.
Thank you, my dear. It wasn't always called the Gilded Lily, though. We were formerly known as Le Maison de Tolérance.
What inspired the name change?
That's a bit of a long story. Not worth getting into.
How long have you been operating?
Going on 25 years. Business has been good. There's a reason this is the world's oldest profession, you know.
So, how did you get into this business?
Like many of the other girls, it was the best of some bad options. I had no interest in being beholden to a husband. I may be a fallen woman, but better to fly and fall than to have your wings clipped.
Do you enjoy the work?
It's a job like any other, Mr. Fordham. There are good days and there are bad days. But my girls are my family. We take care of each other. I couldn't ask for anything better.
Thank you for your time.
Of course, my dear.
Let's go talk to Ruby. Evening, sir. Hope you have some fun.
Oh, hello. Did Serafina send you back here for me?
Yes, but not for the usual reasons. I'm a private investigator. My name is Miles Fordham. Ruby, I presume?
Yes, that's right. What do you need from me?
Just some information.
Well, I'll do my best.
Flowers, we can't click them.
The girls here don't get much in the way of a dressing area. Still, something is better than nothing, I suppose. Lily, 1809 to 1843. I wonder what happened to her. Cut down in her prime. I can relate. No lilies? Seems like a missed opportunity. That's a nice locket for being such a cheap piece of jewelry.
Three 1, 3 2, 2 1 3. I'm gonna write that down just in case I need it. 3 1 3 2 2 1 3. Doubt we will. This game has shown us that we don't really need to do that.
I'm guessing this is where most of the girls keep their personal belongings. Doesn't seem to offer much in the way of privacy.
All right, Ruby. So ho, what's going on?
So, Ruby,
Yes?
have you heard of the Justice Killer?
No, I don't believe so.
He's a serial murderer who's killed 5 victims, mostly men from Chumley.
Oh dear, that sounds dreadful. Is that what you're investigating?
It is. Do you know anyone who might have some information about him?
I don't. Sorry I can't be more help.
Did you ever have a client named Hannibal Kirkland?
No, that name doesn't sound familiar. Sorry.
Do you know Ennis Bowditch?
Bowditch? Didn't think I'd be hearing that name again.
As I understand it, he was seeing your friend, the serving girl at the ruined coffee house.
Yeah, that's right. Annabelle. She broke things off with him a while ago, though.
So she said. Did you ever know him to be violent?
Violent? The bastard nearly beat Annabelle's brains in once. Why do you think she chucked him?
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
At least she had the good sense to get rid of him.
Perhaps we should go confirm this newly discovered fact with Annabelle.
Did you ever meet a man named Burley Cause?
No, I never met him, but one of the other girls had him as a client. I remember because she was laughing about his name. He wasn't very burly, if you get my meaning.
Right.
Ha.
Are you familiar with Reggie Willingham?
Oh, him? He had to be banned from here.
Really? What happened?
He got way too rough with one of the girls. She ended up shy a few teeth.
Dear Lord.
Yeah, apparently he wasn't too fond of boundaries. Good riddance to him, I say.
Were you aware that Mr. Willingham was murdered?
What? Oh, well, now I feel terrible for saying good riddance. I meant...
I think I know what you meant, Ruby. It's fine.
Is it me, or is there a pattern starting to emerge here?
Yes, Bill. Figured that when Ruby's name kept coming up.
You met recently with Percival McDonough, is that right?
How did you know that? I thought he was meant to keep those sorts of things private.
He had your name written down in his calendar.
And you found me here based on that?
Well, I am a detective.
Suppose that's true. Anyway, yes. I only met him the one time. There wasn't anything remarkable about him. After we finished, he got all emotional about his wife, but I could hardly understand what he was saying. I hate it when they cry afterwards.
That's a rather nice portrait. Who's the subject?
Oh, that's Lily. Before my time. Serafina knows loads about her. Even changed the name of this place in her honor. You might try asking her if you want to know more.
How long have you been in this business?
Only a few months now. Used to work at a kitchen, but then they brought in some of those new automated machines.
Ah, a sadly familiar story.
At least this profession isn't in any danger of being made obsolete by steam tech. Cold steel can never replace a warm touch.
Let's just hope that's true.
I'll just leave you to it then.
Thanks, love.
So let's go find out about Lily then. Oh, Serafina.
May I ask you a few questions, Serafina?
Of course you may, but I can't guarantee the answers will be free.
Could you tell me about the young lady in the portrait hanging in the back room?
Ah, that's Lily Peterson. She was a wonderful woman and a great friend.
What happened to her?
It's a rather tragic story, Mr. Fordham. I'd rather not go into too much detail. The short version is this. She was with a client who got very carried away. She was able to defend herself enough to mortally wound the bastard, but the damage had already been done. The girls and I decided among us that we would rename this establishment in her honor. Some days it's still hard to believe she's gone. I haven't even been able to get rid of her box of things.
I'm very sorry for your loss, Serafina.
Thank you, dear. It was especially awful given Lily's past. Her sister died at the hands of her own husband some 16 years before. Some people just can't escape tragedy, no matter how far they run.
Huh. Something tells me these deaths are significant. It might be a good idea to learn as much as we can about Lily Peterson.
Thank you for your time.
Of course, my dear.
So many threads are coming together here. Sorry about the dog barking in the background.
I'm guessing this is where most of the girls...
So, Ruby,
Yes?
Serafina told me that Lily's possessions are still here. Do you know where they're kept?
Yeah, in that cabinet over there. Lily had a special place in Serafina's heart. I don't think she has the nerve to get rid of this stuff yet.
Do you think I could take a look through it?
Oh, I don't know.
Serafina never has to know. I promise I'll only look, not touch.
If I had a crown for every time I'd heard that. But, alright. As long as you keep your word and don't take anything from the box, I'll let you have a look. I'll get it for you after.
I'll just leave you to it then.
Thanks, love. There you go. All yours for the browsing.
not wearing shoes. Why is she clumping around? What do we have here?
These don't look too valuable. A cheap ring. Must have had sentimental value, because otherwise there'd be no point in keeping it. Nice scarf. Impressively clean, too. Lily clearly took care of her things. Let's see what we have in here.
Dear Miss Peterson, while it's unorthodox practice for a detective to maintain contact with the relatives of a victim after the case has been closed, your story has touched me on a deeper level. Please let me know if there's anything I can do to help you during this difficult time. I understand you have decided to take it upon yourself to raise your sister's son, and for that I commend and respect your strength of will. Again, do not hesitate to contact me if there's anything I can do to help. Yours, Detective Lester Barnett. Button.
One of 3 buttons with an engraved lily on it. I wonder if they're just decorative or if they have some other purpose.
Oh, okay. This must be 3, 1, 3, 2, 2, 1, 3. Bada boom.
Well now, I think we just found ourselves a bonanza.
Aunt Lily, I tried. God knows I tried, but I couldn't let that bastard get away with his crime. I refused to watch you suffer the same fate as Mother. Justice had to be done. I've snuffed out his life just as he tried to choke yours out of your body. The blood that stains this letter is his. As I write this, you're in a hospital bed, unconscious. I don't know if I'll ever be able to speak with you again, but I am placing this letter in your secret place in the hope that you will someday be able to read it. In the meantime, I have discovered my true calling. I must dispense justice to those who harm innocent women. I have seen the cycle of violence go on for far too long. I have lost both my mother and aunt to violent men, and I must stop this from happening again. I spoke with Gloria, and she told me she had been violated by one of her clients, an iron worker named Hannibal Kirkland. I will observe his habits until the time is right to strike. After he is taken care of, I will find others and do the same until this wretched city is scrubbed clean. I need to send a message. Probably love to you always. Something like that. Oh, my goodness. So the Justice Killer was Lily's nephew that she raised. He's going after people who are abusive to women. And, you know, members of the oldest profession. I mean, I certainly get his motive. Miss Serafina? I need to know where this nephew is.
May I ask you a few questions, Serafina?
Of course you may, but I can't guarantee the answers will be free.
Serafina, what can you tell me about Lily's nephew?
Her nephew? I didn't know she had a nephew. Lily didn't talk much about her family, as you can probably imagine.
You're not lying to me, are you?
I have nothing to hide from you.
Except maybe the truth. But I don't think we have what we need to make her talk. If there even is anything that would make her talk.
Thank you for your time.
Of course, my dear.
Alright. Who else can we talk to? I don't know, but we'll find out next time. So I'm going to leave it here. I hope you've enjoyed this. If you have, give a thumbs up, like the video, subscribe to the channel, hit the bell button so you're notified whenever I post a new video. My name is Darwin, and I will see you on the flip side.